Hey everybody, this is KD2TFJ, and I'm coming here to do a perfect video of the AnyTone AT 578. This is the digital um, radio from AnyTone, the first mobile digital radio from AnyTone. Now, this just came in today, and doing a first unboxing with y'all so y'all can see exactly what's in the box. From what I've seen on YouTube so far from other videos, um, not a lot of people are doing their unboxing videos in the US. Um, so I wanted to really get a good show on how everything looks in the box, and setting it up in a mobile, because I want to have this in my my vehicle. So I wanted to show the steps going forward. So from opening up the box, showing you what's in the box, how I'm going to set it up in my vehicle, and I guess doing some first contacts, doing my programming and other stuff like that. So I got my radio from HRO, which is Ham Radio Outlet. They're really good. It came within a few days, actually. Today is Monday, April 27th. So it only took a few days since I've ordered it to come in. Actually, I think it took about 4 days. I ordered it on Friday, and it got here on Monday. So it only took about 3 to 4 days. All right, so as you can see, it's hard to do with one hand, but I'm going to try to show you the name here. I'm going to let my wife take the phone. All right, so let me know if you can see the name there. Okay, so this is a dual band. You can back up. This is a dual band radio. It has, of course, the 70 centimeter and 2 meter bands. And if I'm correct, this is supposed to have 220 as well, which is a 1.25, but I don't see that here. So I'm not sure why that is. This is the US model, and the US model is supposed to have the 220, but it does not show that on the box. That's very interesting. So, all right, so everybody knows you get the manual, which is, most people don't really look too much into the manuals. This is in English. From what I've heard, it's really good. This is the Bluetooth instructions. It shows what's in here, the user guide for the Bluetooth. It does come with a USB 2.1, sorry, not Type C. And it does come with a strap to put on your steering wheel for you to use to push to talk. Of course, it does come with some of its branding stickers. I do not know what I'm going to do with that. I guess if you had it in your shack, in your house, maybe you could put this on your shack in your house somewhere. So it comes with black on white and white on black. That's not nothing I really. So I'm gonna leave the radio alone. This is the bracket. I'm not going to be using this bracket. It's too big for my vehicle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just snugging it up between my seat and my center console. So I'm not going to use the bracket, not right now at least. It's more than likely good for people that want to use it in their shack. All right, so this is the thing that I really wanted to show. The mic, and this is the Bluetooth. Put the Bluetooth on the side for a second. This is one of the best mics so far that comes with a radio unit that I know of. Let me try to get it out of here. It's all rounded up. Okay, so I watched a whole bunch of videos on the unboxing and first impressions of this radio. Most of them are in other countries, but the ones that are in the US, a lot of people said that this in the hand felt good, but it felt light. This doesn't feel light to me. I have the AnyTone 778, and it is similar to this. This has more features than the 778 model. Same connector, but this is way more hefty than what I heard people say on their reviews of this radio. It doesn't matter. No, you can if you want to. You got to know how to pan in and out and all that stuff. So this is a lot better in person once I got it. I really wanted to see how this felt in the hand, and it's big. It feels real sturdy and really. I mean, I don't see why people say that this doesn't feel. Some people say that they wanted it to be a little bit heavier, and I don't know why would you want this to be even heavier than what it is. It is pretty hefty for it, and it has all the programming on it here, just like the AnyTone, the 778. You have all your, you do have your main push to talk and a sub push to talk, which is your A and B. So you change it, you could talk on a different VFO. So I'm gonna put that aside for now. Once again, this is the Bluetooth that you could put on your dash for APRS and GPS. Comes with it in the box. That's great, right? On the other side, of course, you have the power cable that's in here. I'm not going to use the power cable, but it does come with a very good, they always come with good power cables, which is, I think this is probably about I'm not sure. I think it's about a 16 gauge wire or 14 gauge. I'm not even sure. I had to get a gauge, but it's very thick. This one is different than the AnyTone 778 because it has two, on the negative and the positive side, fuses. So that's something that most radios don't have. But because it's a 50 watt radio, I'm guessing that's the reason why they put extra protection, because you are drawing a lot more voltage with a 50 watt radio. The 778 is only rated at 25 watts, and that is not as much at all. All right, so this is the unit. One thing I was really not happy with the 778 unit is that it did not have a fan. And I really, really wanted a fan on it. It gets really hot when I'm talking. Sometimes I even stop myself from transmitting and just let it cool down because it gets very, very hot, well over 200 degrees. So this, even though it's not that big of a fan on it, that's way better than not having a fan at all. So from what I've been seeing here, what I wanted to see, and I know a lot of people probably was asking that same question, is if this has a mic, external speaker, 3.5 millimeter jack, and I think it does. I'm going to see, it has, if you can see here, it has two holes in the back of it, and I'm hoping that one of them is for that. It doesn't indicate what they're for, I don't see, but it has a little flap here, and it does reveal two holes that look like it's 3.5 millimeters. So hopefully that is for an external speaker, because it's going to be hard to hear the speaker on this if you put it in between your seat. It gets muffled easily, and I have to do that for my vehicle because I don't have a permanent spot for it just yet. I'm exploring different ideas right now. So let's move everything out of the way. Oh, what else is in here? Okay, so everybody knows it comes with the USB 2.0, 2.1, whatever. Not Type-C, your mounting screws, your mic harness, and of course, sorry guys, I didn't forget, this is the push to talk, Bluetooth push to talk. That's here, the strap that comes for it. And this is, one of them is the charger for the Bluetooth. This is another USB. So one of them is for programming and one is for charging. I would guess that the bigger one, I think this one probably would be for programming, and this would more than likely be for charging, but you can do either or, it doesn't matter. They both have the same quality, transfer rate and all that stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna close this up. I'll put the radio on top. And look at that, it's another fuse. So it has a total of 3 fuses, one on the negative side, one on the positive side for this is going to the vehicle and this is going to the radio. So you have a lot of protection. So this is going to be drawing a lot of amps, and that amount of amps is going to be regulated just in case you don't overdo it on draw. All right, so this is going to be a quick video on the unboxing. I don't have a power supply up here for it. I'm going to have to put it in the car and swap out. See, I'm probably going to have to do a full swap out. I really want the protection that this has. It has both of the fuses on here. I might not need it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I might just take the other one out, and I'll make a video on me putting that into the vehicle at a probably later on today. I'll show you what I'll do because this one has more protection for this unit in particular, and being that this is a 50-watt radio, I'd rather have the protection that this is offering than to not have it. So, all right. Okay, so you got the PL connector for your antenna. You have the connection for your Bluetooth here. I guess everybody already seen those two. I mean, not Bluetooth, I'm sorry, for the GPS. So that's the GPS connector, your antenna. And, okay, so on the front, let's look at the front. All right, so I can't tell which one of these knobs. I can't remember which one of these knobs. I'm guessing this is your channel. We have, let's see. This is probably volume here. And this is also volume. So if I'm right, yeah. So this is channel select. This one up here is probably for your VFO A and probably B, which is actually a good thing because now you can. I always have a problem like now with the 778. You can't have one that you're monitoring without the other one also making as much noise as the one that you're probably listening to more so, right? So like my VFO-A, I use to talk, of course. I could flip to B if I want to talk on that one as well, but I'd rather have A more louder than B if I'm not using B at the time, right? So now you can actually go between the two. This is where you put in your mic at, right here. You do have programmable, all of these are programmable buttons here, functions. So you have 6, again, menu, select, exit, which is cool. I like that exit. The power, you also have the LED, which is here. That's for when you're transmitting and receiving information. So just probably the same, green and red. Red for when you're transmitting and green for when you're getting something in, receiving. Other than that, this radio it feels very good. I know a lot of people are going to say, this is AnyTone and it's still a Chinese device, but you have to get the device. This is working on DMR. Of course, this is a DMR and analog. I have to find out if this thing is doing the 220. If it doesn't do the 220, I'm going to probably give them a call, ham radio outlet, and ask them why is this one not advertising 220? Because in the US, it's supposed to be 220 as well. And right now, I'm only seeing the 2-meter band and the 70-centimeter band. I do not see anything here that says that it is on the 1.25 meter, which is not right. This will be international, which other countries, of course, most people already know that most other countries are not given that privilege to transmit. Although they can hear. Now I know you can still get this unit to do 220, even if it doesn't show it. There is a way, of course. It's still in there in the firmware, but I have to find out why it's not showing it and why it's not there. I want to get it hooked up into my vehicle, and I'm going to see if it shows it on there and it just doesn't show it on the box. But if it doesn't have it, then I'm going to have to call up the ham radio outlet and find out why they sent one without that, because it's not supposed to be that way in the US from what I know. All right, everybody, so that's the unboxing video. I'm going to put this all back in the box. I'm going to take it to the car. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to show my work as I'm putting it in, show you what I do, how I got it hooked up to my vehicle, how I got the power hooked up to my vehicle, and I'm going to go from there. I'm going to get it powered up. I'm going to give you a good power on, how it looks. The screen is a little bit bigger than it looks a little bit bigger than the 778 unit, but it's probably just about the same, and more than likely the colors and the functionality of the display is going to more than likely be the same as the 778. But it does have a little bit more information on the screen because of DMR, and it does show a lot more than that 778 unit, which is really disappointing because the 778 unit didn't show everything that you should have had, but I'll definitely show how this one looks. This is just video 1. Video 2 will be showing the car, and then video 3 is going to be me programming it and showing how it is and how easy it is, because from what I heard, it's easy to program this unit, and most people are very I would say intimidated by doing the programming for code plugs and stuff like that. I don't know why. It's not that hard, but it is tiresome. It's a lot more steps. Everybody should know, if you're into DMR, it's a lot more steps than just putting in an analog repeater, which is almost 3 or 4 steps, and then you're good to go. Of course, doing a code plug is not 1, 2, 3. It's like 5, 6, 7 steps. So you got to do your group. You got to do your whatever. If you're using a hotspot or if you're using a repeater system, it's a lot of steps. So I'll get back. I want to do video 2. This is video 1. I want to have all that lined up so everybody can see. Of course, I got this from ham radio outlet. So if you want to check them out, I got it for $3.99 plus tax, came out to $4.35. And that's depending on everybody else's different areas and stuff like that. Okay, that's it for now, guys. See you later.